Hello, everyone. This is LR Reactor, and I'm so glad to be back talking to you guys about superhero movies, pop culture, and what's going on in general with exciting things with the superhero culture, whether it's pop figures or movies coming out or just general discussions. I've been going for almost 2.5 months. I've had some work issues. I had to travel for work, a couple of long distance travels, and in addition to that, I had some an issue with a family member that needed some assistance taking care of them while they were healing from a broken hip and leg, so I had to help out there. But I'm back now, and I've missed the show, and so much has happened in the last almost 2.5 months since I've been gone. Obviously, Infinity War, the aftermath of that has been amazing. What a great story, and what a great movie. I can't wait for four and all the predictions and theories about four, how the people come back, who comes back, which way they come back, what other characters are in this movie. So it's going to be, I think we'll get another trailer real soon. I think we're going to see a Captain Marvel trailer as well coming up. And let's go into some of the topics. So first of all, a couple of things. DC has done a lot of changes, as you've seen. They have a new director, Hamada, I believe his name is, who's taken in a different direction, and it's a little. I'm a little worried about the direction going. Not that I don't think they're making the right changes, which I think they are, but more so that they still have that same issue of a universe that is very confusing. Now I understand they didn't want to go the Marvel route, and they should have went the Marvel route in the way they built their stories. 1, 2, 3. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, then bring them together after that, and then bring the other heroes in for a combo movie like the Avengers, which would have been Justice League. They did it the other way. But did they? They didn't do it the other way. They did it a shortcut way, obviously, with Man of Steel, then quickly jump into BVS without any Batman movie in there, and then Justice League. Wonder Woman, then Justice League, right there. So it was like rush. So if you're going to just tell the team story first, then tell the team story. Just say, hey, here's the Justice League. We know who these characters are around, who these characters are anyway. They've been around for decades. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman have been around since the 40s and 50s. So our grandparents knew who they were. So they didn't have to go into that whole story like they did Marvel to explain characters, because Iron Man wasn't known by everybody. Thor, things of that nature. Spider-Man, of course, was well known, but they could have went that other route, but they didn't, and they kind of screwed it all up. And then the whole thing with Zack Snyder, his universe. I wish they had let him just finish it out and said, okay, that's the Zack Snyder universe, let's go on. But it's intriguing about things he was going to do in Justice League and Justice League 2 going forward with his storyline. So it sounded interesting. Too bad we'll never see it. Or will we see it 20 years from now? Maybe we'll see his cut. I don't know. But DC, I think, will never, ever have a big blockbuster movie like Marvel. And the main reason is they're going to their Elseworld movie division. So you got DC Films, of course, and they got Shazam coming up, Aquaman coming up in a matter of 2 months, maybe a month. 2 months. Aquaman is coming up, and then then they're going to a Joker standalone movie, and that's supposed to be an Elseworld. Now, of course, me and you understand what that Elseworld is. We understand what they're trying to do. This is another universe or whatever, and that's fine. And I think the movies will be good. I have high hopes for Aquaman, what I've seen so far. In Shazam, just a little teaser trailer we saw, looks really good as a fun, kidful, playful movie of what Shazam should be like. However, what I feel is when you go into this Joker movie, which is in production with Joaquin Phoenix, I think you're going to confuse the hell out of a lot of people. And like it or don't like it, Marvel has moved the goalpost. And the audience, not just me and you, but the general audience who goes see these movies, who take these movies from $300 million films to $800 or $1 billion films, the general audience are going to be confused about this and say, okay, here's a Joker, or so what happened to the other Joker in Suicide Squad? And where's Batman? And where did this take place? It's just not going to make sense. And Marvel has created the expectation and has trained the audience to expect a cinematic universe. They've done it to perfection. And now, when they see these other superhero films, they're like, well, how do these connect? They're wondering. They want to see that cinematic universe. And now DC is trying to do something else. And I think the movies will be good individual movies, but I don't think they'll ever be high grossing movies because it's going to confuse the audience. And I was against the Joker movie. I'll go see it. I understand what they're doing, but can we get a Batman movie first before we get a Joker movie? And we're telling it's always DC's always putting the cart before the horse every single time. Every single time. It's like, you know what? If you're not going to reboot, that's fine. Let's go to Man of Steel 2 and start it fresh from there. Keep going, excuse me. But they're not doing that, and I think it's a huge mistake. But tell me what you think in the comments section below. If you also agree with my theory that they're moving in the right direction, but they're still making constant errors in the movie selection going forward. And then talking about Birds of Prey. I mean, another one. It's like, geez, Birds of Prey. Can I get a Flash movie first? Again, issues, and I don't even know if this New Gods movie is going to happen. They announced that was in production or at least in development, and where is that going to fit in all this? That Elseworld 2, or is that going to connect? So I'm a DC fan, and I'm also a Marvel fan, but I've always been more of a DC fan. I like their characters a little more, but I just gotta say that they are just still moving in the wrong direction to me, and that's how I feel. So tell me what you think. And also, again, you hit me on Twitter and Facebook as well. But I also want to go into some of the trailers that hit during the last 2 months. And you've already seen them, Aquaman and Shazam. So, love the Aquaman trailer. I thought they did Black Manta to perfection. I like the way they're going with the storyline. As far as we can see in the trailer, how how Atlantis looked. But let's face it, Aquaman will be the Black Panther of the DC universe, meaning that it's separated from the other heroes, and it's basically taking place within the ocean in Atlantis. I mean, it's some scenes outside the ocean, but it's the world of Atlantis and all that, pertains to that world. So I think it's going for that kind of feel, and which makes it I think is a good decision. I don't know if we get any cameos at the end of any superhero, but I think it's a great idea the way they did. They didn't see an underwater movie shot like this. It's going to be very interesting as well. I know Marvel one day wants to do the Namor movie, and it'll be interesting what they take from this and how they shoot it as well. But I thought the Aquaman trailer was right on target. Looks great. I'm also very much so interested in the Shazam trailer. I thought Shazam looked fantastic. Now, look, Shazam is what it is. I think the story's going to be great. I like, I would have liked the bigger effect when he says Shazam instead of a puff of smoke. I want to see the lightning bolt coming down and turn him Shazam. And I didn't get that in the trailer. Maybe it's something they're going to add later, but I was disappointed with that a little bit. Zachary Levi, you can really tell he's in that puffed up suit. I mean, it's fine. He walks like this. He looks like he's in a suit, and that's fine. But, what can he do? I mean, I think he's the great actor to play it because he got that childish approach. Being in like a child in a man's body. So I think that works. I think he's a good actor, but I don't know the suit. I like the design of the suit, don't get me wrong, but the bulkiness of it on his frame, I don't know if it looks that great, but you know what? It may grow on me, but that's neither here nor there. I think it's going to be pretty good, and I'm hoping that we see a Black Adam teaser at the end. I think we will see a post-credit scene where Black Adam. Now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said he's not shot any parts in this film. That's fine. That don't mean they can't show Black Adam. They can show a tomb and where he's being kept at, and it's all of a sudden being broken down, and they show where they can show guy walk out with black tights and yellow boots, and that's all you see. It cuts to black. I mean, they can show Black Adam in a teaser or in a post credit scene, and not have The Rock in it. So I think we will get that. We really do, and I hope they connect these universes because I want to see the real Justice League all together. It's too bad they just can't get it together like the cinematic universe on the animation side, because that looks great. How they've told those stories and how they did Justice League War, that's how we're bringing them together. We're just going to bring them together like that. If they have told that story, I think we'd be talking totally different. And, another question is, do you think, and this is a question that somebody emailed to me, and I brought to bring it up here. With Justice League, the movie itself, now it had its problems, and I like Justice League. Not that I like it. This is a great movie. Just that I've always wanted to see those characters together on the big screen. It wasn't done the way I wanted it to be done, but that's okay. I'll take it. It's unfortunate because it should have been what the Avengers were to me. Seeing that, I had a feeling I felt if you've seen that on the big screen. But do you feel that Justice League would have made more money and would have been better acclaimed if there were never an Avengers movie? If there were Avengers never took place, or this Justice League movie took place before Avengers and before the cinematic universe of Marvel, would we appreciate this movie more? Would it have made more money? And I say yes, it would have, because we had nothing to compare it to. See, now anything DC does, we're going to compare it to what Marvel's done. Marvel did a team-up movie. Okay, how does Justice League stack up? And it did it. So that's one reason with the CG and everything else. I think we're very harsh on it, but not unfairly harsh, but harsh on it. And it suffered because of it. Just like Wonder Woman set the standard for superhero women films, as far as I'm concerned. You know, minus the old Supergirl movie and Catwoman movie way back 20, 30 years ago, that sucked. But Wonder Woman set the mark. So now when Captain Marvel comes out, how will Captain Marvel stand up against Wonder Woman? Will it stand up? And I think it will, because they're pinning the right pieces in there. They're going to tie it into Infinity War. So I think Captain Marvel's going to do fine because of those other factors that you want to see it for. It's like Ant-Man and the Wasp. It tied into, at the very subtle at the end, into what's going to happen in Infinity War. And Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think, did pretty well for what it was. And I think you can have movies succeed on those kind of, budgets and still be successful. And I think Justice League, but the upcoming Aquaman Shazam movie can be just those middle of the ground movies, not making $1 billion. Because I don't think we're ever going to see a DC film make $1 billion, because their universe is so convoluted. I don't think none will make $1 million. I think we'll get 700, 800 million, but $1 billion, no. I just don't think they would, especially the way they're developing their universe now. There's no build up, no climatic, conclusion of 3 or 4 films coming together in one. So I don't think we'll ever get that, and that's just the way it is, unfortunately. But DC is doing it, and you shake your head because you know what could be. You all thought in your mind how the movie could have took place and what could have happened, and it never has. It never will be. So that's unfortunate. I still don't get, like I said, with the way DC is going with Birds of Prey and the Joker movie and Wonder Woman 2, which I think Wonder Woman 2 will be great. I think I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping they give me some cameos of some other heroes. Give me some cameos or some kind of acknowledgement of somebody else we haven't seen in the DC universe mentioned in this 1984. You could be a Doctor Fate. It could be a Justice Society member. Anyone like that. Spectre. Give me something. I'm hoping they do that, expand the universe a little bit more. So we'll see if they actually take advantage of that or not. So that'll be interesting. So now let's go into the Sony first. So obviously the Venom trailer hit a couple of weeks ago, and I like what I see. Like the look of Venom. I think that's Venom for sure. They nailed that, the size, the scale. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's get this right out the back. They're obviously changing the storyline of Venom. It's not going to be it's going to be some other way. But one thing, and I'm hoping that I'm not wrong about this, but one thing I was okay with, I'm like, okay, they're going to tell a different story of Venom. He landed here. The symbiote landed here somehow, maybe from a Thanos ship or maybe one of his crushed ships, because I truly believe that the symbiotes were also those creatures in Infinity War. I think those are symbiotes on top of animals or creatures, and I think Thanos had them, and that's personally what I think. I'm not saying for sure, but they look like it a little. They look like symbiotes, so I'm hoping that they tie that in, but they won't because it's Marvel and Sony, and I'm just saying that maybe they're going to say the symbiotes came from space and crashed ship somehow and they got recovered. So I'm good with that. They want to change the story. But the one thing that I did not see that I was happy about when they showed the trailer, I did not see the Spider-Man symbol on them. I was even upset about the eyes somewhat because, remember, Venom, the symbiote, based its look off of Spider-Man. Its abilities off of Spider-Man. It created web shooters off of Spider-Man. So it doesn't have it didn't copy Spider powers yet. So it should be doing things like Spider-Man in this movie. I hope it's not. And I was happy it didn't have the spider symbol on it. But as I'm hoping they just didn't hide that from the trailer, and he does have that, because if that's the truth, then that's gonna suck. Because you can't have the spider symbol on him and him looking like Spider-Man if he never touched Spider-Man. So I don't know how they will ever come around to saying, hey, Spider-Man, somehow this thing was on Spider-Man and it was an unknown story that they never told yet or what. But they're saying Tom Holland may have a cameo in it. I don't know. But I just don't want to see this thing have any kind of spider power unless it's on Spider-Man for a while or how they explain it. But it'll be interesting. But the picture looks great. I think we're going to get Carnage at the end, the post-credit scene. We're going to get Carnage. He will not be in the movie, but post-credit scene he will be, and that'll be interesting. And so obviously they're setting up for number 2 if they can. By then, maybe Spider-Man's in it. I don't know. It's just kind of, if they're going to keep it separate. But it's just kind of, I wish they could tell the story the right way. And I don't know if if that Sony agreement will ever come together where Marvel can actually tell their version of Venom. I don't think Sony going to let them do it. So that's a shame. But we'll see what happens. And obviously in Spider-Man Homecoming, they're shooting right now. They're gearing up for the Sinister Six. And even though they're doing exactly what I said DC shouldn't do, they're rushing, getting all these characters in there. I mean, it's going to be like, according to them, a couple of characters going to appear in this. You know, the Vulture may be in it. This is seen in jail, but they're saying Hydro Man may be in it. Molten Man. Mysterio. Who knows? Normally I would say that's a bad idea. You have too many heroes, too many villains in there. But it is Marvel, and they have a stellar track record. So somehow they'll pull it off, and I'm not worried that they're doing it. But if it was DC doing it, I'd be like, okay, too many characters are rushing this, but Marvel knows what they're doing, so no fears there about how this movie's gonna turn out. And I can't wait for that next year. You know, every year we're sitting back. 2017 is gonna be the best comic movie year ever. Then 2018 comes and you get Infinity War, Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp. You got so many great comic book movies. Aquaman still to come. And now 2019 coming up, and you got Infinity War 2, Captain Marvel. You're going to have Wonder Woman 2. Just fantastic movies coming out. So every year tops the next year. And it's a great time to live in. I'm so happy we're able to share all that with each other and talk about these movies and get your opinion. And once again, you can send your opinion to the comment section below. You can send me an email, on Twitter. You can send me a message, and also on Facebook as well. So come reach out to me, react to these questions. Let me know what you think and what your questions may be on some of the topics we're hitting today. So I got a couple more things I wrote down that I wanted to discuss. So let's go into basically the television universe. So we're getting into fall, and now the television show is starting back up again. Arrow, Flash, Legends Tomorrow, Supergirl, all doing well, and Black Lightning, and I love Black Lightning. Can't wait to see next season. I'm excited about Legends Tomorrow. Legends Tomorrow has a whole special place for me because it allows us to see these B and C heroes and villains of DC that we've never seen on the big screen. So I love it. They really go in different timelines. They can go to jump around, and it's so great. I think we'll see Felix Faust this year, even on there, because Constantine's on there. We're going to see a lot of great things. And maybe they'll bring Dr. Fate. I don't think the movie's going to use them. Maybe they'll show us Dr. Fate. So I'm hoping so. I haven't seen Dr. Fate in Smallville, and those of you who have watched Smallville, I thought it was pretty well done for what it was, So I'm really happy about that. Flash, I like Flash last season. Different take, but Flash is running. That's a pun. Running out of things to do with their rogue gallery. I mean, they've diminished some rogues, and then some rogues they've created new ones or bringing ones that weren't necessarily we know about, like what's his name, Cobalt Blue or Cadence, whatever his name is. He's gonna be the villain this time. We'll see how they turn around with that. They're slowly getting around to the real Flash suit, which I'm happy about. We get the Flash ring finally, and I'm hoping they give him the yellow boots. Please give him the yellow boots. And I'm hoping the season will be interesting, but it's fading a little bit. I'll be honest with you. Arrow picked up a little bit. I still want to see, and maybe they're leaning to that, billionaire Oliver Queen with his company back, making arrows that do all kind of things, more than what I see on there. So I'm hoping we'll get that too as well. Arrow picking up and bring some other. We're gonna get Batgirl. Batwoman's gonna be introduced in a three-way crossover, so that's gonna be interesting. Supergirl's the one that's in trouble. Supergirl is running out of steam to me, and I think it's ran its course. I was so sick of the Reign storyline. They dragged on. Dumb. Supergirl, it's hard to, told about much you can tell with her. Now we need to go into Superman, let you know, make some of his villains into her villains. But which they've tried to do. And they killed off some people like Red Tornado, which I never thought they should kill off Red Tornado. They could bring him back, obviously, but I just not sure about Supergirl anymore. The storyline was not that great, and who knows? But Superman's going to be on there more this year to pump her up. And I never liked how it just was. They really did a service to Superman, a year and a half ago when they had him on the mind control and he says Supergirl beat him. Because, if that's the case, then why don't she fight Doomsday? Why don't she fight Darkseid? She can't. She's not as strong as Superman, and they made her stronger than Superman. I have a problem with that. Not because of it's a woman. Who cares? A woman can kick a guy's butt if she's trained. Who cares? But I'm talking about taking two people, a man and a woman. You give them superpowers by genetics only. The man is going to be more physically stronger. That's just by genetics. So to have her beat him and be stronger than him, that was a problem for me. But whatever. But I think the storyline of Supergirl is really the problem they got to fix. So I think that's going to be the first one to go. Now we got a bunch of shows on the streaming service. The DC streaming service is launched. I'm getting the beta, and it was I'm signed up for sure. It's fantastic. Some of the things they're going to see. Teen Titans. Yeah, the trailer was hit or miss. I mean, I thought the F Batman was a little extreme. I mean, he could have said a hell of Batman or forget Batman. But the I mean, come on. That's, I don't know, a little extreme to me. But I'm interested in seeing what it looks like. I think this is taking place in modern day. So, you're trying to make these people look like they would look in normal day. So I like Beast Boy. I like Raven. Starfire, I like her. I know people had some problem with her, but whatever. They have problems with people playing different roles, I guess. But what do you want her to be? She's orange from another planet. So they made her black from another planet. Okay? They may have changed her skin or had her change her skin to fit in to the public. So who cares? I have no problem with her. I think she looks great. And they're going to see Cyborg introduced, Doom Patrol. It's going to be interesting how they're going to do all this. I'm really interested in the special effects and what kind of effects we're going to see. Hawk and Dove is going to be on there as well. So very, very interested. And that's some DC streaming service. See what they do, what kind of budget they have. But we're going to see Swamp Thing. How exciting is see Swamp Thing? I haven't seen Swamp Thing since the movie back in 82, 83. So to see a live action Swamp Thing is going to be amazing. Doom Patrol. To see them on there, and then also Harley Quinn, which I'm over the Harley Quinn thing. She ran her course for me. Harley Quinn's a fine character, but she's a supporting role, and they're trying to pit her like she's a crazy girl with acrobatic skills with a bat or a hammer. That's it, guys. She can be shot, killed, beaten up. They're pumping her up way, way too much, and I have a problem with it. I mean, the way they're pumping her was like she's just a girl with a bat. Sorry. That's it. Anybody can be Harley Quinn if you want to be crazy and talk crazy and walk around with a bat and high heels. Okay? I'm sorry. I never liked Harley Quinn character. She's fine as a supporting cast role to Joker, but on her own, I mean, please, come on. But anyway, Harley Quinn will have her show as well. So I think it's a cartoon or maybe it's actually a show. I don't know. So that's going to be interesting as well. And of course, Marvel's getting Disney getting their streaming service, and they're going to have some shows of theirs on there as well. We don't know if they're going to see Daredevil and the Netflix shows go there or not, but we'll see. But speaking of Netflix shows, Iron Fist comes out this Friday. I'm anxiously waiting to see that, to see how they've redone them. I liked how they changed the character in Luke Cage season 2, and I did enjoy Luke Cage season 2, Bushmaster and stuff. And Luke Cage is another guy who I like Luke Cage, but I don't know what other stories they can tell, because okay, you got to have somebody super powered to deal with him, and if you don't, then you got to depower him somehow, or So I don't know if we need another Luke Cage. Maybe have Heroes for Hire after the Iron Fist 2. You do a Heroes for Hire season where they will both work together, and they go to Kung Lao or something like that and fight somebody. So they could do that. That would be good. But on their own, I think you run out of characters to fight, especially with somebody like Luke Cage, who basically could be in Avengers technically. But and of course, I'm surprised the Avengers haven't sought him out, but maybe they have. Who knows? So that's something that I'm looking forward to as well. And Daredevil's coming out in November, I believe, or December. So very interested in seeing Iron Fist and how they've changed him. Hopefully have both fists lighting up, and they've even got his original costume, I think, at the end. So anxious to see that. I am flying to Minnesota next week, so I'll Won't be on the show next week. I'm trying to shoot another video later this week if possible. If not, I'll shoot it when I get back. So again, I am happy to be back. It's been a while. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe below. I'm trying to get more shows on more often, but this is a side gig for me that I enjoy doing for fun, talking to you, and something that does not pay the bills. So I do have a full-time career that I must put priority on, but I love to do this whenever I can. So again, thank you for watching Ready to React. I'm the LR Reactor. I'll see you next time.